Okay, this won't be a cold start because I just had it running, but I fucked up the video somewhat. So I'm going to show you how to install an immobilizer on your car. So without touching anything, right, hands nowhere near the ignition. There you go. That's because I've got a switch in the car. Won't show you where it is because that's not the point of it being hidden. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it out so I can actually get down there. Oh, there's a poor spider. He's got his web attached to my car in that bin. Not anymore, you haven't, you bastard. Actually, let's make sure it's actually in first. This gearbox I just don't like that well. It's the only one I've got, so it'll have to do. What I'm having is first, second. Both stop in exactly the same space. It's the same second, fourth. Don't do that fucking thing, keep slowing yourself down. Sounds like it's going to stall. Reverse on these things aren't always how you want them to work either. Right, so let's try and get the battery charged up a little bit. It's doing it again. Really running like a heap this morning. It's because it's cold. Not getting enough fuel because of that fucking sensor. I do have money, but I'm not spending it because I need it for my radio control car. Okay. Let's go show you what I've done to make this thing work. So, socks have come up. That is such a bad look. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I forgot to show you this. It looks good now. I finished it. Bring everything back together anyway. Everything's painted and all looks sexy. So, first thing is, what was it? So, these wires here are for these two here for the fuel injector. So, I've cut one of them, just connected a wire in between which runs back there, along here. There's a join behind there. There it is. You can see, because this isn't the first one I had on there. I did have a different one on there, but when the engine caught fire, it burnt that wire, so I ended up having to cut it and replace it. And this bit of grey stuff is just some I had lying around. Here's that. So it goes through here, through one of those two holes which are very badly positioned. This one here was here when I got it. Where this red wire goes through, this goes to the sub in the boot. So I didn't bother fucking around with that. But unfortunately, that is actually where they've drilled that hole. Now whenever it rains and water gets in here, which you can tell by the colour, it does, water runs straight down that hole because it's at a low point. And me not thinking, when this one here I couldn't get no more wires through, I decided to drill another one next to it. So now I've got two holes. What I'm going to do is eventually I'll take all the wires out of there, I'll reroute them through higher holes which are higher up here. Either that or I drill one in the firewall, which probably isn't the best idea really. But actually there's a hole here, just behind the bracket for the servo, where I think that's the speedo cable. Yeah, the speedo cable goes through it. I can actually run wires through there into the cabin. The speedo cable has to come up from the gearbox and go up here, where it then travels all the way along the dash to the in France originally this would have been a left-hand drive car. Here it's a right-hand drive. So yeah, I have to try and sort that out. It doesn't leak majorly, you can never really notice it. The only time you ever notice it is when you wash the car. Because when you wash it, there's a lot more water on here than what would happen when it rains. So the only thing which ever happens are these wires here. It's run inside, and they run to your secret hidden switch. That's all it does, and it cuts off the fuel supply. You just have to be careful that it doesn't ground out anywhere. Like that there, they don't have any rubber grommets, so that's actually quite bad. I'll have to wrap them with electrical tape. But if you have a multi-point injection engine, best thing to do is find the relay which controls your fuel pump, or find the wires which go to your fuel pump, and you want to try and connect the wires to the fuel pump as far away as possible, because it's actually illegal to tap into the wires at the fuel tank, because it's declared as a explosive kind of hazard, or flammable Basically, there's a chance that it could make a spark if something was to go wrong with your connections. And being right next to a fuel tank, that isn't clever. So that's the best way to do it, is to if you've got multiple injections connected to your fuel pump. But I'm sure there's several other relays which would stop it from working. Now, do never connect it to a sensor such as oxygen, engine position, or map sensors, because to be honest, it won't actually stop your engine from running. It will just make it run like a heap of shit. Although the engine position sensor could completely screw it up. I don't know what it would do. It could completely flood your engine, or it could starve it of fuel. Not sure. But your computer's never going to know where it is. It might throw off your spark completely. When your injector or injectors fire. So that's dumb. Don't do that there. Temperature sensors, no point. That ain't going to do fuck all. You need to do it to a fuel system. If you do it to your ignition coil on your ignition system or anything like that, yes, it will work. But you get up in the morning, you're still a little bit dozy, and you go to start your car with your immobilizer still turned on, and you're getting fuel to your engine but no spark. You can crank it for a couple of seconds, go, oh shit, yeah, need to do that. You turn it on, off, sorry, and you start getting spark again. But the chances are you've just probably flooded your engine. So there's another idea. Just you want to try and cut off your fuel. I wouldn't risk cutting any wires on your computer. That's a suicide mission. That is, you're gonna bugger something up there. So I wouldn't bother messing around with anything on your computer, especially considering that computers can get rather pricey. The computer for this thing is, I can't remember, it's not overly expensive, it's cheaper than most modern cars, but the one in here I think is about, I think it's between 50 and 70 quid on eBay. Something like that. I'm not sure, I've never really looked at computers. I never needed one, that one's still good. I shouldn't have said that, I'll end up fucking up now. Several other little relays, like I don't know what these do, but if you can find a relay which is important to your fuel system, you can probably tap into that and they'll cause it not to work, which is good. But you have to make sure, if your system doesn't work, make sure you can reconnect it, so don't cut wires stupidly close in a small little space like this. So if I wanted to cut that orange wire there, but I couldn't get into this box and I couldn't strip any of this plastic off, it would be very stupid, because once you've tapped into that, you're going to have a motherfucker of a job to get that reconnected. That was really about it. So, I mean, this has got 4 wires coming out of the ignition coil. 3 of them go to the computer, 1 of them goes to this little black thing. I don't know what it does, but it's connected to the engine's ground. I think I have tried connecting the, I think I have tried cutting through one of these wires before, I'm not honestly sure. But, actually no, I didn't, because I thought of my other problem with the fuel problem, so I didn't bother trying. But to be honest, I think if you can actually disconnect one of these wires and this ignition coil still works. I know you can disconnect this and it'll still work. I'm not honestly sure. Anyway, so that's really it. So I'm gonna lean on, it's still falling apart. I'm missing some cable ties. In fact, I'm missing 2. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. I wish you luck when you if and when you decide to put an immobilizer on your car. So that's it. Okay, I'll see you guys later.